Jonathan Wall, our equipment guru. So all of the new equipment changes, you're gonna find them right here. And Jonathan, I'm assuming you've been going a little bit crazy with all of this week.
Yeah, this is equipment overload for me. Definitely a kid in a candy store, just trying to see it all the new stuff, and a lot of really good stuff at this year's show.
All right, so right behind us, we're gonna start off with Titleist. New ball released today, but obviously the PGA Tour pros have been playing with the likes of Jimmy Walker, Jordan Spieth, Bubba Watson have all won with this ball, so go out there, you're gonna win as well with it, and a new driver, so tell us a little bit about those things.
That's right, so Titleist has the new Pro V1 and the Pro V1X. It's actually been out. The Titleist does their tours, what they call their tour seeding process, towards the end of the year. This year, it's about changing the cover a little bit softer, elastomer cover. What that's going to do is it's really going to help with your short shots around the greens. And that's what, from talking to the tour pros, they really like about these golf balls, is that they really have a little bit more feel around the greens. And we've seen some guys win with them, like you mentioned. They already have over 100 players using the new golf balls, which is pretty much unheard of this early in the game. To see so many guys switch so early on is a pretty big deal.
Okay, so from Titleist, we're gonna head over to Phil Mickelson and Callaway. And when you think Phil Mickelson, you think wedges. And when Callaway thinks Phil Mickelson, they think you're gonna give us a headache because all you wanna do is create new wedges. So he created that Mac Daddy line. He was the brainchild of it, and he's coming out with even more from that line.
He is. You know, Phil was looking for a wedge. One thing that he had trouble with was he swings so hard at the golf ball in that rough that sometimes he would go completely underneath the golf ball. So he worked with Roger Cleveland, wedge guru for Callaway, to come up with a wedge that had a higher toe. What that higher toe does is it actually allows the golf ball to catch that spot. So when you open that face up, you get more surface area with the higher toe. Mac Daddy 2 grooves all the way into the toe. Phil loves it. Already put it in play. He had a prototype at the PGA Championship that he used. Again, it's Phil. You know, he always is tinkering. This wedge is completely new from anything Callaway's done.
Phil being Phil. Okay, so we talked about Titleist and the popular golf balls that they have. When you think Bridgestone, you also think golf balls, but Bridgestone's trying to change that a little bit this year. They've released a new line of clubs, which could really change the game for their players, Matt Kuchar, Brandt Snedeker, and the likes.
You know, this is a huge year for Bridgestone. They are really ramping up their clubs, especially on tour, starting with their drivers, new J715, 460cc head, a little bit more of a tour shape, black classic crown that a lot of guys use. This is a driver, of course, Matt Kuchar. Who else would use a driver that had a very classic look to it? 2 weights in the bottom where you can change the launch and the spin a little bit. The J815, a little bit more of a draw bias club, so it's already gonna have that draw bias built in. This club is gonna have a higher launch angle, only 1 weight in the bottom to change, so a little bit less adjustability, but again, it's for the mid to higher handicappers is what I was told from Bridgestone. However, this driver is going to be put in play by Brandt Snedeker at the Humana Challenge. So this is a pretty big deal that you're gonna get Kuchar in the J715, Sneds possibly in the J815. They have a lot of new clubs coming out and they're already getting a lot of tour validation from their pros.
We've heard what you need to do, what you need to purchase if you want to play like Jordan Spieth, Jimmy Walker, Brandt Snedeker, Matt Kuchar. We simplify it all for you right here with the equipment guru, Jonathan Wall.